Tonight on CTV Sports, we recap Colorado State football's win in San Antonio.
Plus, we have a story on one of CSU's most successful student athletes.
And don't miss our sit-down interview with volleyballer Adrianna Culbert. Let's go.
You're watching CTV Sports!
Hey, thanks for tuning in to tonight's CTV Sports. I'm Travis Green.
And I'm Brett Kennedy. Trav, it was a pretty busy weekend for CSU athletics.
It was. You got that right, Brett. On Saturday, the CSU football team headed down to the Lone Star State, and it was an old-fashioned Texas shootout at the Alamo Dome. UTSA was the first team to get on the board here, with Jalen Rhodes running this one in for 13 yards, putting the Roadrunners up 7-0. That was the first touchdown CSU has allowed in the first quarter all season long. But CSU gets the ball back. Nick Stevens completes this pass to Xavier Williams down there in the corner for the touchdown, 34-yarder, tying the game up at 7-7.
Hashtag open all day, Trav.
Yep, CSU held the Roadrunners to a safety, and then UTSA got a field goal, but then they get this touchdown here, putting them up 7-9. And as you see here, Jason Oden Jr. had a great game for the Rams, finds the end zone here, bringing the Rams closer in this one. 144 yards for Oden in this one.
Whew, impressive.
Nick Stevens later in the third quarter hits Deontay Gaines in the corner, and that was a pretty ball right there, giving CSU the lead.
Again, Trav, wide open.
Wide open pass, and Rashard Higgins returned to his home state in Texas, and Hollywood was showing out. Look at that, touchdown, putting the Rams up 30-17. And I don't know if you knew this, Brett, but Hollywood's family was in attendance, and they were absolutely loving it.
They
Look
are
at that.
pumped. Wow.
30-17, Rams up in this one. UTSA did not go down without a fight, though. Jarvian Williams runs this one for 13 yards, finds the end zone, bringing the game to 30-24, CSU leading. Later in this one, Wyatt Bryan gets a little redemption here after last week's performance. Makes this 21-yard field goal, giving CSU the 33-24 lead. That was the last point CSU scored in this one, but UTSA did not go away, as I said. Jarvian Williams runs this one for 85 yards, and look at that runaway speed.
Woo, look at that boy run.
No more points happened in this game. 33-31 was the end for this one. CSU got their second win, and Coach Bobo was certainly happy after this one. As you're going to see here, high fives all around for the first-year coach, getting his second win.
You could tell, Trav, he really wanted this one.
He definitely did. After the CSU W, it's time for our Players of the Week. Our Offensive Player of the Week has to go to Jason Oden Jr. He was balling out. 30 carries, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Brett, he really carried this Rams offense.
And with Dalen Dawkins injured, it was nice to see him step up and prove to himself and prove to this team that he can be a good running back.
Time and time again, they went to Oden. And then defensively, we've got to give it to Corey James. 8 tackles, 4 solo, all leading the team. 2 tackles for loss. Corey James and this linebacking staff has done a great job this season, and I think he's a big reason why.
The senior picked up his play on Saturday, Trav, and that was really impressive to watch.
Absolutely.
The 19th ranked Colorado State volleyball team opened up conference play on Thursday at home against Utah State. The Rams sheared the crops against the Aggies and swept them in 3 straight sets. Jamie Kalezi finished with 20 digs, and Alex Reed led the game with 14 kills. Colorado State held Utah State to just .44 hitting for the match, the second lowest hitting percentage of any CSU opponent this season. The team stayed in Moby for its next game on Saturday against Boise State. And man, this game was a battle. The Rams held on to beat the Broncos in 3 sets to 2. Adrianna Culbert had her 4th triple-double of the season, including a career-high 30 assists. Crystal Young had a double-double with 32 assists and 13 digs. Alex Reed led the team with 21 kills, and Jasmine Hanna showed up and had a season-high 12 kills. This brings CSU's record to 9-3 on the year. The team will play its next game on the road against Nevada on Thursday. After the game, it was clear that Coach Hilbert was happy with his team's performance.
This was a gutsy win for my team. We needed it. We need to know how we can perform in a situation like this one, and I'm very pleased with the competitiveness. And you know, we will get better because we played this match.
Earlier today, it was announced that CSU Volleyball's Alex Reed is this week's Mountain West Player of the Week. Reed is playing in her first season at CSU after transferring from Long Beach State. She had one heck of a week for the Rams, averaging 4.38 kills per set over the team's 2 wins this past week in conference play, and posted a career-high 21 kills in the Rams' 5-set thriller with Boise State. On Friday, the Colorado State women's soccer team began conference play with a matchup against Fresno State at the Lagoon. The Rams were first to strike in this one. The header gets past the goaltender there from sophomore Janelle Stone. Rams up 1-0 early on. The Bulldogs began mounting a comeback in the second half. As you see here, Fresno State gets the goal from Carly Bracken. Score is now tied up 1-1. Later in the second, the Rams get a good look right here. And look at this, Brett. Oh, useful shot, but just does not get by the goaltender.
So close.
Dominique Bantana. Now in the 78th minute, the Bulldogs find some nylon. Ashari Hines gets her first goal of the season. Fresno State up 2-1. The Rams did not go away with 20 seconds left. Stone right there with the goal. Megan Speed, with the goal. Tying this one up 2-2, went into overtime, but this one wound up ending in a draw 2-2. CSU's record moved to 3-5-2 on the season.
The Colorado State women's soccer team played San Jose State in an orange-out game at home on Sunday. As you can see in these highlights, Trav, a pretty decent crowd showed up for the orange-out game.
All oranged out.
Against San Jose State, showing some team spirit. CSU goalie Jessie McGinley had a great start for these Rams. Look at that save, Trav. That was nice. San Jose State then got on the board by a goal by Darielle Franklin as it bounces right off the crossbar and into the goal. CSU did a nice job of passing in the game, but couldn't get anything to go into the net. They had a couple shots on goal, but San Jose State was just down in their corner of the field for most of the game, even though, as you can tell there, that their passing was pretty finesse.
And that's been an issue all season for this team.
Yeah. San Jose State then lengthened its lead by a goal by Samantha Aradpour. As you can see right here, she boots it right in to make it 2-0. The Rams tried to fight back, but just couldn't get enough shots on goal as San Jose State was down in their end for the most of the game. The loss dropped CSU to 3-6-2 on the season. The team will play its next game in Colorado Springs on Friday against Colorado College. The Colorado State cross-country team attended the Roy Griak Invitational in Minnesota on Saturday. CSU's Jefferson Abbey and Jarrell Mock literally had a 1-2 punch as one finished first and one finished second. Abbey finished first and Mock finished second in front of a field of over 200 athletes. Abbey's first place time of the 8-kilometer race was 24 minutes and 52 seconds, and Mock crossed the finish line 4 seconds later. They were 2 of only 3 athletes that finished the race in under 25 minutes. However, Mock and Abbey's performances could not lead CSU to victory, however, as the men's team finished in 4th place. The women's team ended up in 6th place.
Becky Hammon recently visited Colorado State to talk about her accomplishments within her career since being a CSU Ram. CTV Sports reporter Olivia Landis has more on the story.
When Becky Hammon stepped foot into Moby Arena as a Colorado State Ram in 1995, she had no idea just how far the game of basketball would take her.
I mean, I didn't really know I would do the things here at Colorado State that we were able to accomplish. But, you know, I talked to the girls earlier and I just said how, you know, like I already lived my dream. Playing professionally, that was my dream growing up. Playing in the Olympics, that was my dream growing up. So now this is just, it's like icing on the cake. I mean, it just keeps getting better.
Hammon was never handed her success. Hard work was a part of her everyday life.
It wasn't easy. There's multiple times, whether it be injuries or teams telling me no or I wasn't good enough or whatever, and you just have to have this resiliency about you that says, okay, that's your opinion, but I'm going to do this anyways. And I'm going to make it impossible for you to cut me, or I'm going to make it impossible for you to get rid of me. And you just have to have this mental toughness that you just can't be shook.
Those who know Hammon best are not shocked by her achievements thus far.
Am I surprised? No, because I mean, everyone has their path, and she talks about that, you know, be yourself, be your best you, and she's being her best her, and that should be what all of us do, is to be our best selves, and you never know how far it's gonna take you, you know, I mean, to be able to touch as many lives as you can, the way you're supposed to.
Hammon's hard work has led her to the ultimate accomplishment, being the first female assistant coach in the NBA.
Even now, you know, going into this, something that's never been done, you know, will I fail? Will I be successful? Like, and I think it goes back to the voices in your head. Like, you can do this, and you've been prepared. You've been preparing your whole life for this moment, and now you just got to go out and put in the work and be you.
CTV Sports, Olivia Landis.
Hammon spoke humbly of her position as the first female coach in the NBA and says she is looking forward to more seasons with the Spurs.
Well, it's break time.
It is, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with this week's sit-down interview with CSU volleyball star Adriana Kolbert.
The Ramskeller offers a traditional pub menu, 20 beers on tap, and even fresh-to-order pizza coming soon.
Stop by Sweet Sensations for a delicious bakery item, espresso, or any other coffee needs you may have.
Hi, welcome to Aspen Grill.
Aspen Grill is a student-operated restaurant located in the University Club. The food court features a number of different restaurants to satisfy your needs between classes.
Today we will review one of the most convenient services the Laurie Student Center has to offer, shopping. The CSU bookstore boasts an unparalleled selection of CSU apparel and gifts. It also supplies students with textbooks as well as a number of office and school supplies for your every need. Another LSC shopping option lies in the Transit Center area. Snack food, beverages, personal care items, and school supplies. Cam's Lobby Shop is your go-to stop and shop.
Last week, I had the opportunity to sit down with CSU volleyball senior outside hitter LeBron James. Adriana Culbert. LeBron James is a nickname that Colbert has earned from her stellar performance this year as a triple-double machine. She's such a triple-double machine that over the weekend, she notched her 4th of the season. Here's what Colbert had to say about growing up in a family of 7 children and playing in her senior year.
Kill by Dree, and that's the game!
You're one of 7 children, right?
Yep.
What was that like growing up in a house full of siblings you have?
It was pretty crazy. I was used to it. I didn't think there was anything different, but we just always, because we're a sports family, so everyone was always running around playing sports. My older sisters, older brothers, they all played, so we were always in a gym. My mom coached, and it was just kind of always doing something, I guess.
And your dad played football at Western Michigan, so what were those family barbecues like? You guys all playing different sports, or?
It was kind of just all hectic. I mean, we would, like, at times when there was nothing, we would all get really rowdy because we were always used to doing stuff, and so my mom did a good job of, like, keeping us all entertained and moving around because we had so much energy. But
were there a lot of broken windows or lamps in the house?
Definitely lamps. My mom, there were a couple times my mom would be like, if you throw that one more time, but it was good.
Colbert converts the kill, skims the
Recently,
line.
you were named to the Senior Class Award. You were one of the 30 final candidates. What was that like for you, knowing that that award measures your on and off the court contributions?
It's awesome. Just knowing that people put me in that category is amazing. I mean, I never really thought that that was even a thing that could happen, but as soon as Brooke told me, it was amazing. I'm really honored for that.
Now that you're a senior, what's the differences? Have you really taken on a leadership role this year?
I think so. I just realizing that I am a senior now is kind of a change because everyone is looking to our class to lead them and ask questions and all that stuff. And at first it was kind of like, I don't know, I'm like still the young person. Then I had to realize like, oh, I've been here the longest. This is crazy.
Bump it up for Dree, and Dree's going to convert the kill from Reed. Point.
Now you're sitting at 3 triple doubles on the season. How many are you going to finish with?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to finish with more than 3, definitely, but that's not. I just want to make sure that our team wins, and whatever I can do to help. Even if I'm not the one to have like the most kills that game or the most assists, as long as I'm helping contribute to the win, that's all I really care about.
Well, you've been called LeBron James because of the triple doubles. I've heard that a couple times. Do you like the nickname, or?
I mean, it is cool, but at the same time, like there's no way I'm at that caliber. it's I don't know. I definitely don't see it as like being up there because he's amazing and I'm just here playing volleyball. But I don't know. It's definitely a crazy nickname to be called.
Back over to CSU. Set, kill by Dree, and it's in, and it's good.
High school at Delton Kellogg in Michigan, Kolbert earned first-team All-State honors 3 times for volleyball. She also earned All-State honors in basketball her senior year, and that was her original dream plan, was to play for Pat Summitt at Tennessee, but later on discovered her talent in volleyball. Talk about an athlete. Wow.
Well, it's time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere.
When we come back, Brett and I will preview this weekend's in-conference matchup between CSU and Utah State football. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey there, Rams. Today is a great day to play in the LSC. So let's take a look at our ballrooms, theater, and art galleries. The LSC ballrooms, which are the busiest venue in northern Colorado, have been recently renovated. The Laurie Student Center Theater can be transformed to feature films, concerts, lectures, entertainment, and banquets. And last but not least, the Kerfman Gallery provides a showcase for the creations of local and student artists.
Welcome back. We missed you. Brett, first in-conference matchup this weekend for CSU football team, and boy, oh boy, it's going to be a tough one down there in Logan, Utah.
I always love these games, Trav, when Colorado State plays Utah State. You know, last year's game was a dandy, one on a last-second field goal by Jared Roberts. I expect this game to be a lot like that. Colorado State kind of played a little iffy against UTSA, so we'll see what happens.
And right here we see the matchup between the two teams. CSU, points per game, they're blowing out Utah State in that category, and also in yards per game. But Utah State, we know, has a good defense, and they've done a better job than CSU to this point.
They always have one of the best defenses in the Mountain West, Trav, and you got to talk about Chucky Keaton. If he plays well for Utah State, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, the Rams looking for that third win, and sadly, we are all out of time.
Be sure to check out all of our sports coverage on collegian.com to get the latest on CSU athletics throughout the week.
We'll see you right here next week on CTV Sports. After this, we will have a replay of CSU volleyball versus Utah State. Make sure you watch that and have a great night.